People ask me a lot, how does that funny little machine work? Well, you can press one key at a time or many keys at a time. And we write phonetically. So this is the beginning of this word. These are the vowels, and this is the end of the word. So like if you wanted to write sat, you would write S-A with the T all at the same time, sat. But if you wanted to write like the word dad, you see there's no D on this side of the keyboard, but there is on this side of the keyboard. So we use the T and the K together as the A, as the initial D with the A, and then final D is dad. Or like if you wanted to write dead, it would be the T and the K, the E and the D would be dead. And the way we distinguish between a short E and a long E is we add the A and the O. So it would be the TK, the A, the O, the E, and the D would be deed. So we try to write everything phonetically, but there's so many words in the English language that sound exactly alike that we have to always be on the alert, and we can't write those words phonetically. Like, for example, two, and two, T-O, T-W-O, and T-O-O. We have to write those differently. And I can program any keys on this keyboard to translate into any word I want it to translate into. So, like I was saying, dad, you see the TK, the A, and the D. And dead, TK-E-D. And we write phonetically, so cat would actually be K-A-T. Now we hook the computer up to the court reporting machine. As you can see, the steno is here, and this is what is translated, like the K-A-T is here, and you can see it translated as cat. T-K-E-D translated as dead. T-K-A-D translated as dad. And you can also see here on this is projecting to the iPad. You see this, the cat and the word deed and the word dad is all translating. Now the reason that this comes in handy is like in the legal setting, if an attorney says to the witness, you said earlier so-and-so, and the witness says, no, I never said that, the attorney can look on here and say, here's where you said it. Or the witness will say, you already asked me that question, and the attorney says, no, I haven't. And he can scroll back and see where he asked the question differently. Or if an attorney asks a question and the other attorney objects, the other attorney can say, why are you objecting? And they can argue back and forth about what's wrong with the question, and then they look at the witness and say, answer the question, and the witness says, I don't remember the question. The attorney will say, well, I don't either. And he can refer back to the translation and see what the question was. Or after a break, the attorney sits down and says, I can't remember where I left off. And he can look back and see what last question he asked. Or in the classroom setting, you might have somebody that's hard of hearing. They become hard of hearing later in life. They don't know sign language. They can follow along. Or even sometimes when the student does know sign language, the sign language interpreter will use the same sign for whale, dolphin, and fish, and the student needs a more specific translation, or it comes in handy if English is a second language. Or if you go to a convention and you go in one of those ballroom hotels where the acoustics are 90% of the time really bad, you can hook this up to a projector and project what's being said on the big screen. Or in church, if you have that aunt that doesn't want to wear her hearing aids, she can just discreetly read what the sermon is as it's going along. Now, because we write phonetically, sometimes some funny translations can come out. Like one time I tried to write, let's all go to a Super Bowl party, and it translated as, let's all go to a Super Bowl party. This is funny. So I'm going to give you a demonstration. Our speaker today is Dr. Charles Stanley, First Baptist Church of Orlando. You can find him at intouch.org. If we could play the audio.
For example, that you come to a situation in life and you You feel very depressed. All of a sudden you just get depressed. The clear mind, listen, when a person feels that way, a clear mind would immediately say, I'm going to think about the goodness of God. I could let myself get, things are bad and things are looking bad, but then I can think about the goodness of God. A clear mind, listen, a clear mind chooses what he or she thinks. You have that capacity. The capacity to have a clear mind's there. You must maintain it by thinking rightly. And therefore, you get to feeling all depressed down. Think about the goodness of God. The person, for example, faces a situation and you feel you feel defeat coming on. Then what do? You think about the greatness of God. God, you're great enough, powerful enough to see me through this. You can enable me to achieve and to accomplish in this situation. You can turn this for my good. That's what you said in Romans 8:22. You're going to turn everything for my good. So what happens? Things begin to change. Let's say
So you can, that was an example of how it translates, like FPLT, you see, translated as a period, and like PH is M, AOEU, like I said, is long I, so that's my, and then TP, beginning TP with the O and the R, is for. So that is how that funny little machine works. Thank you.